Hey everybody, happy Monday. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Let's see who's here. What did you guys do this weekend? Did you have a relaxing weekend? Did you have a busy weekend? Are you getting ready for the holidays? What is happening in everybody's world? I'm so excited to have Suzzee on today as my special guest for Mid-Century Maven and Vintage Jewelry Maven. There we go. Hey, Diane. Thank you so much for tuning in. Jay Wonders, hi. Hi, Zoe. Hey, guys, thank you. So, what is new? Hey, Shelly. New Brunswick. Oh my gosh. I'm drinking my peppermint hemp water. If you like peppermint, it's really yummy. There's no artificial sweeteners and there's no sugar. It's just water and peppermint essence. So yummy. Hey, Amy. So I'm going to do my usual, catch up with you guys, let you guys know what's happening in my world and what's coming up in my world, and find out what's happening in yours. And then in about 10 minutes or so, we'll bring Suzzee in. And I'm so looking forward to finding out more about Suzzee and seeing her collection. And I want to find out more about her mom, who was also a vintage collector. You started decorating for Christmas? That's awesome. Are you going to post pictures, Diane? I would love to see. Oh, say hi to your mom. Thank you. I know you guys are crafting away. I'm about to be joining you guys. I'm going to be doing 2 markets this month. You know, health willing, as long as I don't have something come up with my migraines, like what happened to me last month. Hey, Lorraine. Hey, Lynn. Chicago lady, welcome. Thank you so much. So my first market is going to be this coming Sunday. So in about 6 days, I will be in Chatsworth, California. The information is on my Instagram. It is the Makers Market. All of our local artisans here in Southern California do the Makers Market. And now they have expanded into vintage because we have a new vintage seller who opened up a shop on the same block with my favorite crafting studios, Laura at Spunky Rose, and she is wanting to expand the market into vintage. So if there are any vintage sellers here in Southern California that would be interested in participating in the market, there might be a few spots still open for this coming Sunday, and also you can sign up for the next one. I'll go ahead and put the link to the Instagram account for you to contact Laura if you're interested in selling vintage. Oh gosh, Shelly, I'm so sorry, but I feel you, girl. I just had an episode last night, the room spinning kind, and it just put me way behind. Hey, Diane. Diane B and Diane M. So that's going to be this coming Sunday. So anyone who is in Southern California, if you would love to see my dolls in real life, come out and see me. I will be sharing a booth with Bridget from Simply Sassoon, who you guys got to meet here, right? She so graciously invited me to share a booth with her. So I'm going to have a table set up with her. And of course, I will be completely masked and completely safe. It is outdoors. I always wear N95s with another mask on top if I do go out anywhere. And I try to keep my outings to outdoors because my husband is so high risk and I don't want to take any chances for any breakthrough cases. But I'm trying to just breathe, That's one reason why I've canceled also some other times, because I get anxiety about it for my husband's sake. But I think it will be completely fine and safe. I'll keep my distance. I'll have my masks. I know, David, I wish you were here too. Hey, Debbie. And I'm like sitting here rubbing my leg thinking about it because we're getting anxious, but I'm sure I will be fine. Breathe. My husband's getting his booster tomorrow, and he has cataract surgery on the 29th. Hopefully everything works out and he follows through with that. So anyway, that's what I'm doing on Sunday. So come out and see me if you're local. If you're not, I'm sure I will be posting some footage on my Instagram, or maybe even do a little tour of the market for YouTube here. We'll see. We'll see how busy I am, right? And then we have Thanksgiving week. And well, I guess I should back it up. So this week, this is what's happening. Wicked Good Vintage, as usual, on Wednesdays with Sarah from the Traveling Button as my wonderful co-host, and David from Drunk Mantiques is joining us as our special guest on Wednesday. So be sure to tune in. And then on Thursday is my monthly sale with Stephanie from Crazy for Kitsch. She's wanting to do 30 items each, so I'm going to see what I can pull together. If it's not 30, it's going to be 20 or 25, so it's going to be a big sale. So be sure to tune in for that. I think it's at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 Eastern, but sometimes it's at 5. Anyway, you'll find it on my Instagram. That's no, sorry, that's not. I'm looking at the wrong week on my calendar. I skipped because I started it last Sunday. Okay, so what I meant to say was Shadia and I are going live this Thursday at 4 o'clock. I don't have to worry about the time for Stephanie till next week. So this Thursday is Shadia, who you guys also got to know here on the Vintage Dish. Shadia and I are having our first live sale together, and it's going to be so much fun. So be sure to tune in for that, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on Instagram. Then the following Thursday will be Stephanie at Crazy for Kitsch. Okay, so that's what's happening this week. And of course, I'm having my doll a day drop in my static online shop. So I hope you guys have been enjoying that. Sometimes I do a bonus drop and I drop more than one. And so be sure to turn on your notifications on my Instagram account. If you're on Facebook, a little hint, when I post something in my online shop, it immediately goes on to Facebook, and then it's a little bit delayed on Instagram. So if you want a little edge up, follow me on Facebook, Amy's Rock and Pop Shop. Oh no, Susie, you're having trouble getting on? Uh-oh. Okay. Well, do you want to message me, or you can call me through Instagram Messenger if you want, and we can talk it through. I know that our viewers will not mind because you're our guest. We got to get you in here. Let's see. I've got my phone here if you want to call through. We can just do the audio thing. Okay, Sarah has offered to help you. Perfect. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for having my back. So yeah, my doll a day drop. Oh, you're in. Okay, great. I will look for you backstage, and then we'll be bringing you on shortly. Okay, so doll a day drop is your opportunity to grab a doll at a set price. And throughout this month, there will be all different prices. There will be all different kinds of dolls. And Susie is backstage. Yay! So be sure to turn on your notifications on Instagram so that you don't miss a drop. I do it at all different hours. It just depends on when I get the doll done or when I feel like posting it. It's been kind of late at night lately, but I'm going to be doing it at all different times. So that way, all different time zones have an opportunity. And when I get finished with all of my in-person sales this month, whatever I have left over is going to be dropped. So we're going to have some big sales in the shop as well, because I want everyone to have the opportunity to get a doll for this holiday season, if it's for yourself or a gift. So yeah, I will advertise that once I see what my inventory is like. at the end of the month. So my last in-person sale this month is going to be on the 28th. That's Sunday the 28th. And that is the Topanga Vintage and Handmade Market. So I'm going to put all of those links in the description of this video after I post it later today. So you can check it all out if you're local and you can come out and see me. They're wanting me to do an in-person doll workshop. So I'm going to see if I can pull that off. If not, I will do it for January, but I'm going to try. It's probably going to be more like a Build-A-Bear kind of style workshop because there's no power. So the hot gluing is going to be the minimum. It's whatever I can do with a battery powered glue gun. So what I think I'm going to do is make the bodies with the arms already attached, and then allow you guys to pick your body, choose your head, choose your trim. And then with the trim, we'll use craft glue to glue it on, and then we'll put a little clamp on it so it can dry. So yeah, I think it'll still be fun. So I'm going to try to pull that together. And yeah, that's November. I'm taking time off for the holiday. My stepdaughter, Annabelle, is coming into town from college. So I will not have any sales after the 18th. Well, I take that back. Let's back that up. I might have a sale with my husband on the 20th, but I haven't decided yet. I will not have any sales after that until the 26th, which is Black Friday. I will be selling with Ron Dante again, so it'll be super fun. All right, I guess that's it. Let's bring Suzie in. I'm so excited. Oh, she's left her chair. We'll wait. Okay, there she's back. Okay, here we go. Yay!
Hey, Amy. I made it. I was getting worried there for a minute.
Oh my gosh. I hope you guys could hear me, right? I hope you would have told me, right? Because I just realized I had my
It's
sound
low. Yeah, it sounded kind of low.
Okay, is it better now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, well, hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me know. I just realized I had it turned off for my whole Instagram thing. Anyway, happy Monday. Look at you. You look so pretty.
We both got the blue memo, huh?
Yes, we didn't plan it, but we psychically knew.
We tend to twin anyway, so.
That's right. I always felt like you're my twin.
I know.
Yeah, that chair is amazing. I agree.
Oh, I love this chair. I know. So not the most comfortable, but.
Well, it's stylish. I mean,
but it looks cool.
Sometimes we have to suffer for.
And this isn't usually where it is. I mean, I'm usually over by the window, but I wanted to have a nice background.
Yes, I love that background.
Move the furniture around.
Awesome. And look at all your turquoise jewelry.
Oh, yeah. We did the turquoise thing today.
Love, love, love. Yeah, I'm wearing my little shirt that Sarah gave me for my birthday.
Oh, that's so cute.
Cute little kitten. And yeah, just matched it up with blue bow. What can I say?
Your hair's looking awesome. That's not a wig, is it?
No, it's my natural curl.
I know you love your wigs.
I do love my wigs. No, this is my natural curl. I pin curled my hair for Daniel's 70s party on Saturday morning.
Oh, it's so cool.
Because I wanted to have kind of like the 70s afro thing going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, my hair is so naturally curly that if I pin curl it, it shrinks up and does the Shirley Temple
loves
thing.
it. Yeah, it sure does. Yeah, I crimped mine for a live sale with Carol, and I had to wash it out afterwards because it was just breaking. I'm losing my hair.
Oh no. Yeah, it's so styled. Well, since I spent a whole year without coloring and cutting or anything, or even hardly ever putting a styling tool to it, my hair is super healthy right now. So
it got a good break.
It did. All right. Well, I'm so excited to have you here. And you were one of the first people that really I felt made me feel welcome. And, you reached out to me asking to do a live sale. And that just meant so much to me. It was almost a year. It'll be a year later this month that I joined ISN and started doing live sales and selling on Instagram. So
we joined about the same time because I just had my year anniversary.
Yeah. Okay. So you were a little bit earlier than me, but I didn't know that. I thought you were a seasoned seller, and I'm like, oh my gosh, really?
Oh no.
You want to do a live sale with me?
I love to entertain, and I've got background in that, but no, I was brand new. And I saw you and I'm like, oh, she's in California. She just seems so cool. You know, I'm from California and I don't know. I just connected. So I'm like,
yeah. And I felt that connection too.
Yeah.
And still do. So yeah, we're always twinning. So I am excited to hear. I would love to start with telling us about your mom and how she was passionate about vintage, and I think you said she sold and collected. So I'd love to start with that.
She did.
And then I would love to hear about you and how your passion evolved, and then about you personally and, you know, your previous career and what you love to do.
Okay. Well, my mom is the one that really got me going with this as a teen in high school, because she collected. She always had collections. So, you know, somebody just told me that 3 of something is a collection. And if that's the case, I'm a serial collector because I have like too many groupings. So she always had groupings of things. You know, this is this collection and my that collection, salt and peppers in the windowsill. And she got me started. I think my first thing I started collecting were snails. And not real snails, but but glass snails. And so I started doing that. And then it went to jewelry and mushrooms. And this was back in the 70s. So that was the small stuff. And then I started having my eye really early, before I even moved out, on furniture, because my mom always had the coolest furniture. And I got hand-me-downs, of course, like most teens get when they first move out. So I had, you know, the leftovers, which I thought were so cool. So I kind of stuck with it. And ever since then, since I was a teen and when I first moved out, I've really been sticking in that 1950s, 60s era of styling. I never like swayed from it. I just kept finding more of it as people got rid of it. And that, but my mom did yard sales for other people. So she would go out, and she was amazing. She would, I mean, this is way back in the 70s. She would go out and they would pay, she would get a little bit from each thing she sold, and she'd have tablecloths and she'd make homemade cookies and music. And she did it, you know, like maybe some people do that now, but back then people didn't do that. And I thought that was really fun to, you know, have yard sales all the time. And so that's kind of where it started. And then my parents were divorced when I was 2. So I had 2 homes back and forth, and he had mid-century modern stuff. He was really, you know, he had a doctor's office, and his office was all, you know, really cool chairs. So, you know, that kind of stuff. I'm like, oh, I want that when he gets rid of it. And I want that. So that's kind of where that all came from. And I've been a collector ever since. And I encourage it even, you know, like my grandkids, I'm trying to encourage them to start a little collection of something. Think about what you want and what you like. And because to me, I didn't have a lot of friends around when I was real young, like in elementary school. And my glass animal collection and stuff, you know, and my little glass snails and stuff, I would play with those, and they became, you know, very emotional. I became very emotionally attached to them. And it was something I could talk to and be with, and, you know, kind of a release, kind of a almost like a therapeutic release. So I think it's not a bad thing, as long as you don't start hoarding and, you know, going overboard like I am now. But, so that's my collecting history.
What was it about snails that drew you in for snails?
I think as a kid, I was a little stinker as a little one, and I used to go out when I was like, I don't know, 3 and 4, and pop the snails. Go in the garden and pop the snails. Something about, I don't know, I found it fun. So I think maybe that's where it came from, because I felt so bad about killing all those snails as a little girl.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So I know that's the only thing I can relate it to, and it was different. I always wanted to be different. So I'm like, nobody collects snails.
Right.
You know that. You're very original.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome.
So that's that.
Well, tell us about your career, your past career, and, you know, growing up in the era that you did, and all the fun stuff you did in LA. Like, we want to hear it all.
Yeah. I've had so many, not careers. I guess my main career was makeup artist in the film industry, And I also was a radio show host for 6 years in North Carolina. So those are the two jobs I probably held the longest, career wise. I was also an art director, graphic artist. But at one point, I'm actually trying to write a book right now. So I've got lots and lots of notes about myself, which is, you know, that talk about therapeutic. Write a book about yourself. You're going to really, really learn a lot. But this is a list just of the jobs that I've had,
Oh, wow.
of all the different jobs. So I printed that off just to show you because I knew you were going to ask about what I've done in the past. But, you know, all kinds of artistic things. When I would get bored with something, I would move on. I thought I wanted to be a personal shopper, so I tried that. Personal shopper for some executives at the studios, did that. Kind of fell into makeup when I was an art director. A friend of mine said, "You've got your vacation coming up. Do you want to come on this movie with me? You're very artistic. You can learn it. It's easy. It's just like painting. You know, you can paint faces just like you can a canvas." So I tried it, and I guess I was good at it, you know, and I liked it. It was fun. I wasn't in an office all the time, you know, like I was being an art director. And I just went for it. I'm like, that's it. I'm just going to go, you know. And I don't know if anyone remembers Casey Kasem.
Oh, yeah.
He had a TV show for a while, and that was my first job, like that I got myself, you know, without my girlfriend. And I did his makeup for a while, and then kind of went into movies from there, and just B stuff, nothing major, you guys. I was not like, you know, I did work with a lot of stars before they became famous, but yeah, like the low budget movies, I did a lot of those, and then did a lot of commercials and music videos and things. So that was fun. That was probably the bulk of my, you know, growing up, my adult job.
Is there anyone that stands out to you as someone that you really enjoyed working with?
Shelley
Enjoyed
Winters.
in your chair?
Yeah, Shelley Winters.
Okay.
Yeah, she was just so classic and so cool. And I don't know, her stories were great. I have a lot of, you know, I take a little diary with me and write things down about, you know, what I do and what happens through my days sometimes if it's really good. And her section is really big because she was a character. So I enjoyed her a lot.
Well, I guess you and Lorraine have been chatting because she says that you were on a plane with a famous actor too.
I've been on a plane with lots of famous actors. I wonder which one. Well, you know, living in LA, you see a lot of people, you know?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's just like, you know, I mean, hey,
I know, right.
Bill Murray was in, you know, walking amongst the cars while we were sitting in traffic, just goofing off one night,
Yeah.
you know, on Sunset. You know, it's just like
an everyday
another day.
occurrence when you live out there in Studio City.
Yeah.
And I lived right in Toluca Lake where all the studios are. So we saw people all the time. We used to play a game. I remember my roommate and I would play a game that we'd look at somebody and say, oh, there's, you know, Angelina Jolie. It was somebody that looked like her. But on 2 occasions we said, oh, that person, you know, that looks like so-and-so. And it really was the person. So, but my mom used to teach me because my brother was, we both did child acting. He did way more than me. And she used to always teach us they're just regular people. Don't make a big deal out of them, you know? So, you know, that helped when I got into makeup and had to be around them closely. You know,
Yeah,
I didn't get nervous or anything.
right.
So.
Yeah, I always try to school people and remind them that famous people are human beings too, just like you and I. So please treat them as such.
Yeah. And then when I got into radio, that was when I lived in North Carolina. I had a radio talk show, and people they didn't see me. They didn't know what I looked like. They had no idea, but they knew my name. Suzzee Toon is really memorable, you know, kind of sticks in your brain. And when I would go out, if I would say my name, or people would meet me and they would say, oh, you know, listen to your show. And I kind of got that little bit of feeling of how a celebrity would feel all of a sudden, a stranger, you know. It's great. It's wonderful. I mean, I love the love, but I can see that feeling a little uncomfortable when it happens all the time to you.
Yeah. When you're just out with family and friends, and then all of a sudden do you mind if I, get a
Right.
picture?
Yeah,
And
you
I
probably
mean,
with Chuck the same thing. You probably
yeah,
get, he gets it all the time, and
like,
it's
we're always gracious about it, but then
oh yeah,
there's a line that people don't need to cross.
yes,
It's like
exactly.
one quick photo, one quick autograph. Don't come back to our table 3 more times. Like, there was an incident in Florida once. We were out with his grandkids. I mean, he has a huge family of grandkids, and I mean, it was like kids and grandkids, and it was a giant long table.
Yeah.
And it's like the first time the guy comes, he's gracious, he signs, but he only gets to see his grandkids once a year usually when we're on tour.
Oh, sure.
And then he comes back a second time, and that was like, okay, it's a little bit pushing it, and I could tell he was kind of belligerent, a little drunk.
Mm,
The third
doesn't help.
time I got up and I said, look, you know, enough. This is enough. Like, you have already gotten your picture, you've already gotten your autograph. Well, I want to get an autograph for, a friend or whatever. I said, well, I'm sorry, but this man is visiting with his family and this is enough. And the man literally physically, I said back off.
Hmm.
And he's just like, no. And he came towards me, and I go
Yeah.
into bouncer mode, and I'm like, he's like, really, really, and I'm like, yeah, really,
Right.
because it's not okay. And I didn't know if the guy was going to come and like shoot me. I
Right.
mean,
You
you
gotta.
feel it's like I'm in
It's
the
a
moment. I'm protecting my husband, but it's like I don't know what they're going to do. We were in an open air patio, and he could drive by and shoot me in the back for all I know.
yeah.
Scary.
It's a touchy thing, and it's gotten a lot worse than back in the day.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So, what have you got for us today to see? What have you brought us to see from your collection?
well, um, I would think I collect a lot. Like I said, I really collect a lot. There's things all over. I can now that I'm on my phone, I got it working. I can kind of walk around and show you guys a little bit. But to me, I feel like I mainly collect jewelry because I have so much jewelry, and that's why I sell jewelry too. Because there's just too much, and I'm not getting any younger. To leave all this, it's just a lot. So I've been selling. I still buy it too because I can't help it. But
What makes
I
you
did
happy,
what
right?
yeah, you know how it is. You have to rescue
Yeah.
stuff. So I did bring a tray of my brooches. I like to wear a brooch every day. I've got a little stick. I've been really getting into stick pins lately.
Oh, nice. I remember
So,
those. I'd forgotten about them.
I wear stick pin, but I did bring just to show you guys for the brooches. This is like one collection. So this would be all my blingy brooches. And I've got
Wow.
about 60 drawers like this, and they're all full of different jewelry. So this is just one tray of 60, and those are just brooches and bracelets. And then all my necklaces are hung. I have a jewelry closet that they all hang in. So, but I just kind of want to let people know like I said, I'm sick with the jewelry,
That is
but
awesome.
and I like to wear it too. It's just fun. I really like just jeans, a t-shirt, or overalls, and then jewelry. Just casual with jewelry, I think, is a lot of fun. And then a brooch. That's all you need is a big brooch, and you're
Oh,
dressed up.
wow. Is it a
So
scorpion?
it's what is that? No, I think it's a lobster. Yeah, it's a
Oh, a
lobster.
lobster. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's so fun. I love it.
So, and I
And
like
it's blue.
fun jewelry. Um, and then the other thing, I talked about the snails. So I brought a couple of my vintage snails from my collection from childhood. These are a couple clear ones.
Oh,
So that's what I mean by
wow.
snails. They can be really
So
cute,
pretty.
right? And then the mushrooms. I know a lot of people are
Uh-oh.
collecting these now, the glass mushrooms. So,
Oh, wow.
this is like what I very
I think
first
our
started
videos
collecting.
get creepy and weird. Okay. I think we're back. Those are so cool.
Yeah, they're fun. And as any collector knows, you just drift from one thing to another. So the collection keeps going on. and phones. I like old phones. So,
Oh yes, I still have that one I bought from you that I have to reimagine.
I know that was a fun one. Did you ever? You didn't decorate it
No,
yet?
no, no, I haven't
I'm
gotten
dying
to
to
it
see
yet.
that. But I have this one.
Oh my gosh, look at this. I love
The
it.
lips. When I was in the makeup business, I got this, and this was what. And back then, I had a real, landline, and so I used this phone. I thought that was really fun. Yeah, so it's kind of some of the stuff I collect. One of my latest things I found, and I know that you had one too, Amy, because you posted a picture of it.
Oh yes.
Was this it's a dog and it's got a radio, and I had one as a child, so now I have it again.
Love it.
For no real reason, but I just, remind me of my childhood, and my grandkids will get it. And it was it was like a little purse or something. Not a purse, but you could carry it around.
Did they do they like it when they come over? Do they like to play with it?
God. Yeah. Well, my daughter's a minimalist. She is like, 4 plates in the house, 4 forks, just enough for what I need to get by. So when they come here, it's overload for them. They love it. And they can touch anything they want. I don't care.
That's awesome. Robin, are you referring to the phone or the poodle? What are you referring to? Let us know, and Suzie can answer it for you. Someone said they had sold the purple lips, thrifting in the colorful Northwoods.
Probably the phone.
So what age is the phone? 80s?
I think 80s, yeah. Yeah, probably 80s. It seems like it, just from looking at it. Aging stuff is really hard. Don't you find that, Amy? Like figuring out when something is from, if you don't find it online.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn jewelry aging now, and finding that, the findings on them, and how they're made, that kind of gives you clues as to when they come from. So, because now that I'm selling it, it's not just something that I'm buying that I, oh, I like it, I'm buying it, and it's going to my collection. Now I need to start learning more about it and to answer everybody's questions.
Well, I think you go above and beyond. You and Nicole with your jewelry show, you're just, number one, so informative, and number two, the way you guys present everything is very much like professionally Home Shopping Network like inspired.
Oh, thank you.
It's like next level. It's like next level selling. Everything about your show is just so pro.
Oh, thank you. I know it's hard for Nicole because she's got other stuff going on, but I'm retired here and home from still kind of like you. My husband's compromised, so we're very much staying in still. And so yeah, I've got plenty of time to set that stuff up.
Right. Well, it shows. It's awesome. I want to see more of your collection, but while we're on the subject, do you want to talk to our viewers a little bit about your jewelry show and also, your regular vintage?
Oh yeah, sure. I do live sales just like Amy on Instagram. I'm not on YouTube. And I do vintage collectibles. And then every Monday night, I have a show called Baubles and Bling with my partner, Nicole, who Amy mentioned. And that is not on my Mid-Century Maven. That's on Vintage Jewelry Maven. Vintage Jewelry Maven, I sell all my jewelry on. And we, like Amy said, we set up a big show. We set up a big display of jewelry. We try and bring in a good mix in price, price range, and also in selection. And then we just pan everything and let the viewers and the shoppers decide. They actually are driving the show because they tell us what to pick, and what to show. So then we go down, we pick everything, we show it, and it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. We try and give away stuff every time we have a show. We try and do like a little game of some sort and give things away and educate. But we tend to, Nicole and I are so into jewelry. We tend to get so into talking about it that before we know it, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning and we got to go. But I'm fun.
Sure because of that, you probably get a lot of people that watch later and then they still are getting all that information and enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't usually do shows that long because we go 4 hours. But with the jewelry, it just, it keeps me motivated and I don't drag out, because usually, you know how it is after a show, 2 hours, it's a long time for talking
Mhm.
and doing that. So 2 or 3 hours, you're usually tired, but I'm energized with the jewelry.
Yeah.
So do what you like. And that's been my goal all the time. Every job I've ever had, I have loved and had so much fun at it. And
Well, that's such a blessing.
you gotta be happy. So
Mhm.
it's important that you do what you love.
Well, I put both of the links for Susie's Instagram accounts in the description of the video. And if you guys aren't
Thanks,
familiar, because
sweetie.
I'll tell you, it wasn't until just probably last year that I knew you could click that little V-looking thing and then all the stuff
Oh,
drops
right. Yeah.
down on a video. Like, I never knew that,
I didn't
but it's
either.
there, you guys. So that's when I say the description of the video. It looks like a little tiny V. Click on it and boom, you get all this good information. So
Yeah.
you can go and follow her on her accounts, and then check out her live sales as well.
Yeah.
Zoe has a question for you, asking if you have a favorite jewelry artist.
Oh, like a designer?
Mhm.
I really don't. People ask me that all the time. Like I like so much of it, and I'm so happy every time I get a piece that makes my heart, sing. I don't have a favorite. I think I have a favorite, maybe a favorite style. I like a lot of that glitzy stuff like I showed you for brooches.
Mhm.
And then I like a lot of very streamlined kind of mid-century jewelry. Even in the turquoise, I feel like that's more modern of a
Oh,
piece
yeah.
that I'm wearing, versus that one. So I like things that are real streamlined and mid-century modern. If you think of mid-century modern style in homes and stuff, those kind of lines, triangles, and fun stuff like that. So I think that's what
Mhm.
and that there's not a lot of jewelry like that. It's mostly more, ornate and pretty and all that.
Mhm.
But
Um, you mentioned being into graphic design. Did you design your logo yourself?
I didn't. Oh, I designed it, yes. And then I designed it on paper because I never learned how to use computers. I was doing that stuff back when I had a board. Right.
Exactly. Same here.
Yeah.
Cut and
So I
paste
can
and all of
design
that.
it, but
Really
I
cut
don't.
and paste. It was called a mock-up, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I draw it out for her and then she did it for me. But yes, I did design it and then send it
Love
off to
it.
an artist to actually make it, presentable for all of you. But I love the logo. I
Exactly.
really think it's fun.
I love it too. I love it too.
So,
In
but that's what
fact,
I used to
I
do, was
used
logo
it
design when
every
I was a graphic artist. I
Okay.
did logo designs for companies.
Mhm. That's awesome. So Christine is asking, being in Southern California, where do you find most of your treasures? So Susie is not living in Southern California anymore,
No,
um,
I'm in
but
Montana.
she's in Montana. So for me, I'm new to sourcing vintage for resale. I mean, I've collected it, different aspects of it throughout my life. But as far as going and searching, before I was selling, I was going to the Sherman Oaks
Mm.
Antique Mall, I
Antique
think it's
Mall. Yeah, I
called.
love that mall.
So, I would go there. I went there for fun, before I was reselling. Sometimes I find some things there, but it's not always priced for resale.
Hmm.
Um, I have found that Long Beach Flea Market has been my biggest place to find good deals as far as
Yeah.
prices and good stuff. But the Topanga market just opened back up. And so I've only been there twice to shop. The first time was like, because not that many people were there. The second time,
Hmm.
found a lot of good stuff. So I think that's another good resource. Now I'm going to be selling there, so I won't be able to shop it as easily. Um, and then there's just all kinds of
The
places.
Rose Bowl is great too. I mean,
Yeah,
the Rose Bowl's huge though. You can't do it all in one day. And it's just once a month. I think it's still once a month.
yeah, and Pasadena just reopened. Apparently, I haven't gone there yet.
Yeah. I
Um,
would say estate sales too, but for for the average person, going to estate sales is tough because people like us are going to be there camping out, and there's a whole job to it, and there's a whole technique that we have to go through to find you guys these good prices. So for us, we've got to really dig. But if I were buying something for myself, I would go to antique malls and stuff. I think the prices are fair
mhm.
if you're just getting it for yourself for your home. But
Yeah.
for resale. We got to really dig and find good
For
prices.
resale, when the vendors are doing a sale, that helps. For a while, I was just kind of starting things at the price I paid oftentimes just because I needed more items to actually do a sale with someone because I could not
Yeah, I've
craft
done
so
that.
many balls in a week. But
Yeah, I've
I've
done
kind of
that too.
I've backed off of it a little bit for now because I want to get as many dolls made as I can for the holidays. So Roberta is asking, do you know anything about Eisenberg? I have my mom's brooch and earrings that are from the
Yeah, it's
40s.
very nice costume jewelry, made really well. That's like a heirloom costume piece that you definitely want to, hang on to, keep in the family. Some costume stuff, well, the older costume stuff is made much better than the new costume jewelry. But a lot of the older costume jewelries that's, even some that aren't marked, but a lot of the ones that are marked, I was thinking this was an Eisenberg, but I don't think it is, are just things that, they wore, celebrities and people that could afford the real stuff would wear costume jewelry. It was very sought after even then, and looked up to, so it's not, my mom used to call it junk jewelry, and I'm so glad they came up with costume jewelry, because junk jewelry
Right?
just sounds
I
like
remember
trash.
that term. Yeah.
but yeah, Eisenberg's a real nice brand.
Can you introduce us to your little fur baby there?
I know. Come here, Luna. Come here. She doesn't know what to think of me not having her on my lap while I'm in this chair.
Well, she can
I
be in your lap.
I have two fur babies.
Oh,
One
look
is
how
sound asleep. She's very
beautiful.
old. And then this is Luna. This is the one that has the one blue eye.
Oh, how
Got one
pretty.
blue eye, one brown eye. And she's my new
You are
baby.
so gorgeous.
I got her. She's a COVID puppy. She was born during the COVID lockdown, and I got her.
Just
She
like
kept
you.
me going.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you want to show us more what you have on your shelves? What else do you have
Sure, I can.
here?
I will turn my camera around and let me unplug first and kind of walk you around and show you what I mean by having like little sections for collections. I think, and that's what I learned from my mom. She would have, like, she had a collection. She'd have a little vignette, and here's my, here's my Mexican pottery, and here's my, lion collection. So I tend to decorate like that when I do it, and I have a lot right now. I'm kind of overloaded. But let me spin my camera. I'm not sure how to do that on here. I'm not seeing a place to do it.
Yeah, I haven't been in your position on the phone on StreamYard, so I can't help, but anyone else who knows maybe can
Yeah, I
let
might just
me
need to
know.
just turn it around.
Yeah, I've had some people successfully figure it out, but I don't
There's a
know if
little camera thing at the bottom, camera mic, but it doesn't really have a flip arrow like it does. Okay, can't figure it out.
Okay.
So I will just turn the camera and hopefully I'll be pointing at the things that I'm talking about.
Okay.
So I've already decorated, I've already kind of decorated for the holidays because Hanukkah, we
Oh,
celebrate Hanukkah here.
uh-huh.
However, I do slightly Christmassy decorations too.
Okay.
So right now I've got all my little elves, and I'm trying to find a lot of pink and blue because that's my color.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've got some elves in pink and blue. And then I'll get back so you can kind of see. I've got this whole wall unit, which is a mid-century wall unit. All my furniture in my home, maybe like 98% is all vintage and all thrifted or
Wow.
bought at yard sales and stuff like that.
It looks amazing. I love that white shelving above it as well.
My husband actually put that in because when we moved in here, the unit wasn't tall enough. So he built this shelf that kind of graduates all the way down so that we could put the wall unit in, because I was going to have that wall unit no matter what.
Right.
So, and you can see my Amy's. This is my one and only Amy's Rock and Pop. I love her. And yes, I have the tag on. And I heard you talking the other day about people leaving the tags on.
Yeah, like I don't mind if people want to take them off,
I
but
love her though. Amy made that in my colors,
I
which I
made that
love.
special for you before I got so busy.
I know. I'm probably one of the few that have a custom requested doll. I know.
Yeah.
I get so busy. So yeah, I've got my elves out right now. And I wish I could flip the camera because I'm not sure what I'm showing you here.
Well, you're
There's my,
showing us all good stuff. Maybe just a little like go in closer so we can see individual stuff.
and there's some, I did like, I'm introducing pink, more pink in my home. So I did pink and red. I like the pixies. I like all the pixies and the elves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really get into Santa and all that since we do Hanukkah. But I think the deer and the elves are really fun. So and then I have another little vignette over here. And I've got a more of the same kind of elves in pink. And then again, and that's why I like this wall unit because it is like little vignettes. You know, I put all my little I don't even know what you would call that, but they're just little ceramic tops. What shape would you even call that? Kind of like a Hershey's Kiss shape.
Yeah, I love it. Can we see a closer up view of that little pink elf? He looks so cute.
He was from an ISN. A lot of this stuff is from ISN sellers too.
I love him.
I've forgotten who I got him from, but he was from an ISN seller. This is my latest one I got from, I think Skeleton Keys in the Closet.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember everybody that I buy from. Almost a lot of it is bought since I started, selling and meeting all my new friends. So this guy moves around the house. He'll be all over. And then I'll take you over to show you, because I know everyone loves the swung vases.
Oh yeah, look how pretty.
And I used to have them mixed up and now I switched them. I had to wash them, so I put them in color. I got my orange and then my pink and my blue. So that's the swung vase collection. And, just keeping my theme is, and my husband, he always jokes about him. He goes, I know, like items together. I'm like, yes, like items together. So kind of overloaded, but
it looks awesome.
But I feel like if they're at least in a cabinet and together with their mates, then there's the collection. I probably have 4 or 5 different sets of dishes, and the light is out in this cabinet. We didn't get it replaced in time, but I collect all this. This is something I really love to collect too. Copper enamel plates, and they're copper on the back, and then they've got enamel over them, and they're really fun. And this is what I mean by that mid-century modern look, that streamlined, fun design. I really like all this.
Oh yeah.
All that style. I'll show you my favorite one if I can get it out. One-handed. Hopefully we won't knock any kitties over in the removal of the plate. Okay.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah. So I love this modern style. A lot of people say mid-century modern, and then they try and refer to things that it might just be something from the 70s, but it's not actually the word modern. And when you throw that
Right.
modern in, that's where this kind of style comes in, because that's got the modern to it. The Jetsons kind of.
Right. The boomerang, the different geometrical shapes.
So I don't want to make you dizzy, so I'll focus on me and we'll go back in there. And then my Hanukkah is a sad little Hanukkah display. But I've got this this is brutalist style mid-century menorah. That's my menorah. And then I've got my matches and my candles. So we'll start lighting those as soon as Hanukkah starts. I've forgotten what day. And one of my, you know who gave me this? Lorraine.
Aww.
She sent me this beautiful Hanukkah framed picture for my Hanukkah display, because I don't have very many Hanukkah things. They just don't make cool Hanukkah stuff like they do with Christmas.
Yeah. I should probably I did make some Hanukkah stuff last year. I need to make more because people need that.
Okay, I'm back in my chair.
Okay. So we had a question from Shadia. What is your favorite way to safely clean vintage rhinestone jewelry?
Oh, I like to, what I like to do, that there's a secret to the end of cleaning it, not so much the cleaning of it. I think I use like a soap, just a mild soap and water. But after you're done, the one thing you don't want to do is let that water sit in your rhinestones, because that's how you get those stones that look rusty and black and they harden. So what I do is I turn my piece upside down and I blow dry it. And then I make sure that that water is not going to sit in there. So I blow dry it after I clean it. And I think that's the secret, because all my rhinestones, I wash them often and they just sparkle and shine like crazy.
Awesome.
So,
oh, wow. Look at that.
So dry them. Just make sure they're really dry. And if you can't blow dry them, at least turn them upside down and let that water come out of them. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your amazing collection with us.
Yeah. You're so welcome.
So I wanted to ask you if there are any particular core values that are important to you or have been important to you in your life, or are especially important to you now during this, difficult time.
Core values, I think that overall honesty to me, like my kids don't lie to me. They know you're better off just tell the truth, and I tell the truth to them. I'm not gonna, sugarcoat anything. I think honesty is probably one of my big ones, and I think I'm a pretty, as far as core values, I think I have some good ones. Aside from core values, I like just to give. Like, I think that you need to learn to give at a very young age too, and set that in to your kids. Whether it's helping somebody, teaching somebody, just whatever, making somebody laugh, so
giving of yourself, giving kindness, giving joy.
Yeah. Nothing, not physically giving anything. I mean, not giving, the mushroom or whatever, but just giving of whatever you have, whatever your talent is, whatever you do well, you can give to others. And that's a huge gift. So I think that's mainly what I strive to do. And my mom and dad both kind of taught me that, my mom especially. I know I posted on my birthday thing. I think my mom used to say that, just always shine, keep going for the golden ring, and you'll be a survivor and you'll teach others and others will shine with you. So, I kind of live by that.
I think that's beautiful. And honesty is the best policy. It's like,
it is.
The truth always comes out. And if it doesn't come out, you have to live with the burden.
Yes. I'm brutally honest. I wear everything on my sleeve, and, and I think that it's the best way to be, it really is. I have, girlfriends that they said, I'm going to ask you, I want your opinion, because I know you'll tell me the truth.
Right.
Whether it's what they want to hear or not, but, and let them down easy if it's something.
Right. Like, when you're honest, you don't want to be mean, but you can kindly be honest with people if it's something
tactful
that,
and exactly.
Yeah.
So
I think that's great. Well, so I made you a special doll, but I did not know that you didn't do Santa. I didn't know you didn't do Santa. So I can switch his head out and give you a pixie. Okay.
You give me a pixie head. Yes.
Yeah, I can change it out.
Funny, Amy.
I can change it out for a pixie head. I wanted to give you something special, and I know that the Santas are always so in demand.
They are. Oh my gosh. I know. I know your dolls. I remember when your dolls were starting at like, I don't know, $15, $20, and you wouldn't hardly get any bids. Now, you guys, you go on Amy sales and it is like knock down, drag out. Everybody wants her dolls. And
yes.
And as it should be, because the talent and time that you've taken to, thousands of dolls are out there.
I know, it's crazy. And I only know that by the amount of the tags or the little stickers that I put inside them now. It's like, I've gone through, this will be 1,000 stickers when I'm done with this, and I had to reorder. And that was just something I started doing, several months ago. So I'm going to be replacing your Santa with this guy. Okay.
Oh, I love that head.
And I don't
think I have that head either. I don't
Yeah.
think I have that one.
So just imagine this head, and he will
Okay.
be repurposed with pink, okay,
Okay.
on this body, and then this Santa head will be up for grabs for someone else, okay? So
Oh,
I did
oh,
it
I
in your
love
colors to
him.
match your other doll with the pink
Oh, I
velvet
love him.
and the teal rickrack.
Amy, I want him just the way he is. I
Are you
love
sure?
him.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes, I love him. He's pink.
I know, but I really don't mind making it into a
No.
color.
I love him. No, I will have him. He'll be my first Santa Claus. Oh,
Okay.
here comes a collection now.
Okay, well,
Yes, I love him the way he is.
okay, I made his, his little hat to match everything, and
Oh
he's
my
got a little
goodness.
jingle
Okay.
bell, and then you've got the little vintage spun cotton angel that
That's
he's
so
holding,
nice.
which I embellished to match with the little teal accents so
Oh
that
my
they're all
goodness. I love him,
matchy.
Amy. You're so sweet. You give so much
Um,
to everybody. Talk about, I think that's why we connected right away, not even knowing that about each other, but there was something in us both that knew that we were the way that we were, and then once I got
right,
to know, I'm like, oh, of course I picked a good one. Well,
exactly.
I actually had a little something for you. And
What?
because it's jewelry, because you on all your lives, I love your little teapot that you pick up and you pour. So this is a stick pin, and it's a teapot that pours into a little cup.
I love
So it
it.
just reminded me of you with your teacup. And
Yes, I
I
gotta
always,
get my teapot cleaned up so I can bring it back out.
so I'm going to send that
That
to
should be
you.
my little vintage dish signature brooch now. Thank you, Susie. That's so sweet. I love it.
So
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to be on my show today and allowing everybody to get to know you on a more personal level outside of the sales and sharing all of your knowledge of jewelry. You guys go back and watch some of her previous sales on Vintage Jewelry Maven because they're so informative. Like, forget about the selling aspect. There's fun and
right.
games, and it's fun to see all the nostalgia, and then you're going to learn about the jewelry pieces from Susie and Nicole as well.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and we do have a show. Tonight's Monday, so we'll have a show tonight.
okay, yeah. So tell us what you have coming up.
Oh, I have tonight the Baubles and Bling, and that's on Vintage Jewelry Maven. And then tomorrow, I'm very excited because I don't decorate all in Christmas. I get to find all the good Christmas stuff, and it all goes to you guys.
You're freezing up. Revisit what you said. So Baubles and Bling is tonight
at 8:00. Am I still frozen?
No, you're fine now.
Okay, at 8:00 Eastern time.
Okay.
Every Monday. It's every Monday, but yes, tonight. And then tomorrow I'm doing Christmas ornaments, and I find whatever ornaments I find, I don't keep because we don't do a Christmas tree. So all the great ornaments that I find, just I share and get those out into the world, into the hands of people that want to have a vintage Christmas tree. So that's tomorrow night, and I'm excited about that one.
And what time is that one?
That one's also at 8 Eastern.
Okay. And is this on the Christmas ornaments? Is that on Mid-Century Maven?
Yes.
Okay.
That will be on Mid-Century Maven.
So all those links are in the video description, you guys. Check out Susie Sales. That Christmas ornament sale sounds so fun. I might have to check that one out.
Yeah. And I do a monthly thing. Last month I had a little coaster contest, and I gave away 2 diamond necklaces last night.
Oh, wow.
So this month I'm announcing my new holiday giveaway tonight also. So I'm going to announce what that is tonight. And I will tell you all, it has to do with an aluminum Christmas tree. I'm not giving one away, but it has to do with aluminum Christmas trees. So that's just a tease.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Tori Susie is only on Instagram right now.
Yes.
But you can just easily make an account and pop over there. You don't have to post anything. A lot of people just make an account and they don't even put a picture up or anything. And then that way you can just enjoy the content. So
yeah, if you guys haven't, been over to Instagram and gone to the, I kind of just stick with ISN sales because we have such a big group and I'm friends with all the sellers. They're really fun, and everyone has their own technique and their own style and their own kind of way that they do their shows. So it's fun to hop around and see how everybody does it and get to know everyone. And you'll get to know you'll get to know the buyers. I have buyers now that met on my show, and now they're friends outside
Mhm.
of all of this. So
Wow.
it's a great community. I
I
love
love
it.
that. All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope that you have a wonderful week, Susie, and I hope that all of our viewers have a wonderful week as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And please give us that thumbs up on the video. It really helps to move my video out through the algorithm to reach more people that don't already know about my show. And I want to take one moment just to thank my one little hater that gives me a thumbs down every week, because they probably don't realize this, but thumbs down is just the same as a thumbs up when it comes to pushing
Oh,
my
really?
video
Okay. So
out
they're
to more
helping.
people. Any engagement is good engagement. So I just want to thank you so much for caring enough, good or bad, about me to do that thumbs down on every one of my videos, because you're probably helping at least one person who didn't already know about my video to find out about my video. So thank you so much for that. And with that, guys, I will say have a wonderful week. I will see you guys very soon later on YouTube on Wednesday, and then again on Thursday on Instagram. And I might do a mass unboxing today. I'm just saying, and I might do it on YouTube because I'm getting very close to getting monetized. I only need about 300 more hours of viewing. Lives do not count, but if you watch the live later, it does count towards my hours. So thank you guys
Oh,
all so
great.
much for watching my videos. So yeah, I might do that unboxing video, because I feel like maybe in 1 or 2 more weeks I might get there. So thank you
Oh,
guys.
that's such a big deal. I mean, that's huge, Amy.
Yeah,
Congrats.
thank you. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Well, I will see you next week on the Vintage Dish. Next week we have Sarah Chapman from Darling
Oh, love that
Doers.
girl.
Yeah, so be sure to tune in, and we're gonna hear all about everything she's got going on. And I will see you guys next time.
Bye. Love you, Amy.
Bye.